This is a continuation of explaining the usibd website. In this video, I'd like to talk about the impact of the user roles on the website. So in the first video, I did talk about what the public sees, and I illustrated that when a individual who has not signed in to the website looks at a particular news article, they will not see the comments associated with the news article, and additionally, when they go to the Resources tab, they will not have the members' downloads. What a normal member sees is going to be a little bit different. So for most of the usibd members, once they log in using their username and password, if they go to the same article, they will access any comments will be available for them to see, and they are freely able to add new comments. Now, I'm assuming that I'm not going to get a lot of spam because these are usibd members and I will know who they are and I'll track them down and give them a hard time. So I don't have a lot of problem exposing this to our membership. I would not expose it to the new users. So this interface is WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Something like that. So I can highlight stuff and make it bold and save it or preview, either way. And that becomes now a new comment within this particular news article. And again, any other member can see this information. There is a level above membership, and that is called the editor. And when an editor opens up the usibd website, it will look a little bit strange to them because they have a lot more control. Actually, I've logged in as the manager, so I'm going to log out and re-log in as an editor because there's a lot more here that an editor wouldn't necessarily have access to. All right, now I've logged in as an editor, and you can see there's a little bit less of a mess to wade through. Editors have the ability to create entirely new articles. So an average member would not be able to create a new article. Nowhere they have the ability to create a new news article, a new events article, add more resources. However, if you are an editor, and there will be one editor for each of the committees at least, and they will have the ability to add new content as well as modify existing content. So if I go to the news and events, or actually I'll go to something like, where do I know there's some issues? I'll go ahead and open up the membership. And once I have a page open, not necessarily to the read more, the teaser, that once I open up the individual page that shows this, not only will I have the View tab, I also have the ability to edit. So if I pick the Edit tab, it opens up the What You See is What You Get editor. And within the body, I'm able to change from full to filtered HTML. And now that I've changed to filtered, or the HTML, I can use my standard bold underline functions, and if I want to select any of these, I can simply make them bold or not. And so editors will have the right to edit any of the content, not just the news groups. Now I can, if that becomes an issue, I can narrow it down so that they're only able to edit the news and events. But for now, during this period, I'll leave it open. I'm not going to make many people editor, just a couple. And I do have the ability to add more content. So any of the editors will be able to add advertisers. They will be able to add an event article or a news article, which will appear either in one of those two lists. So news and events are broken up. So if I add a new news article, it will appear in that column. I can also add more resources such as links that are appearing on the resource page, and Drupal will automatically sort and organize those into the structure of the site. That's the way I set it up. So I will do a separate video on adding a different news article. I think that's about enough. The whole idea is that public sees one thing, the users will see the comments, and also on the resources tab, I will have members downloads, whereas the public will not be able to see those. And lastly, as an editor, it is the editor role that is able to add content and actually edit and manipulate the content that is visible on the site.